and between you and your target is the corner of an apartment building, you should probably be pretty careful about where you're throwing that rocket.
Oh!
Oh no. Just gonna go out on a limb and say that hopefully these buildings were evacuated.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be checking out the worst internet gun fails number 6, the Darwin Awards, by of course Brandon Herera here on YouTube. Yes guys, again, series doesn't really need much of an introduction. We've been checking out quite a few episodes now. If you haven't seen those, go check those out because man, this series has been fantastic. I'm really enjoying checking it out with you guys here today. Pretty sure episodes 2, well today I guess in general, right? Pretty sure episodes 2 and 5, the last one we checked out, pretty sure they actually had real winners of a Darwin Award in those ones for any of you guys who are interested in seeing that, I suppose. So far, will episode 6 have anything in store for us? Who knows? You know, is there going to be a theme of today's video? I see it's a bit longer, 21 minutes, so maybe, you know, maybe we're getting a theme. I know there, what was it, episode 3 or 4 was critical gun malfunctions. That kind of sent us off on a tangent there for a little bit. That was really cool to see, I have to say, and you know, so I'm interested to see if there's going to be any good topics for conversation in this video. Of course, you guys enjoy, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for more content from me, of course, leave recommendations down in the comments below, and big thank you to all of our members, of course. And without any further delay, guys, we're going to get right into this video. We're already liked up there, captions will be on, 1440p will take it, and full screen. Without any further delay, let's get it, guys.
It's almost like this is exactly why you typically don't have people standing in front of your line of fire.
What?
What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers, and welcome back to another episode
wise.
of the Darwin Awards. Some of my most watched and least monetizable videos.
Yes.
I'm your host, Brandon Herera.
He's right, and I have to say, guys, yeah, most of these reactions are now getting flagged. So, of course, if you guys want to support the channel, right, please hit that like button. It really does help out a ton. It's the least you can do if you keep coming back for these reaction, guys. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And the least you can do is hit that like button. Appreciate it, guys.
Some of my most watched and least monetizable videos. I'm your host, Brandon Herera, and as we say around here, guns are awesome.
They are.
Idiots are not.
No,
When
they
you
are
put the two
not.
of those things together, sometimes you end up with the winner of a Darwin Award. Darwin Award, of course, being the reward that you get when you remove yourself from the gene pool. You've done your part to help evolution, and the fittest continue to survive. Now, the primary purpose of this series is to be educational. Yeah, we crack more than our fair share of fucked up jokes, but the purpose is to use that as a teaching tool to show you where they fucked up safety-wise and how to make sure it never happens to you. So
Of
YouTube,
course.
please remember that this is educational content meant to promote responsible gun ownership, gun safety. Please. Anyhow, let's just jump right into the first.
Yeah, they don't really care about that, I'll be honest with you guys. They still demonetize the shit out of you. So, yeah, even if you tell the joke, bro, I swear a little bit too much, man, I get demonetized. You know, that's how it works here in the modern societal fucking change of, you know, YouTube, the social space in general. Just said the F word there. I'm probably going to get demonetized for that. Honestly, that's all it takes, you know. I'm just saying. Crazy. Very, very stingent. It's a joke.
Anyhow, let's just jump right into
Take
the first
it.
couple clips. Let's start with bad training exercises. So for our first clip, we have some sort of either Mexican, Central, South American police officer doing a very advanced tactical drill.
Okay.
Which is spin around in circles with a loaded rifle and then try to engage targets while you're dizzy. I, for one, am impressed by the creativity of this sort of tactical exercise and see no way that this could possibly go wrong. So let's see how this plays out. Spin around in circles with a loaded AR-15. Great start.
Doing like a pivot.
Engages the targets fairly well. Oh, now he has to do it with a pistol. And shoots himself right through the leg while reholstering. I just noticed that on his shirt too. He's federal police. Policia Federal.
Yeah, nice.
Policia Federal. Oh, God. That's... See, he doesn't even try to reholster. Fires. Fingers still on the trigger. Oh, jeez. What the hell? See, my first time watching this, I thought it was some sort of obstruction. Like when he's trying to re-enter the holster, but now that I see this like on the big screen, I was watching this before on my phone, now I see it on my computer. he doesn't even like touch the holster really, he just slams that fucking trigger again while he's going for the holster and sails around directly through his leg. You can see it here.
I'm assuming that's like straight through his thigh there. Yeah, I don't understand this. I guess, you know, training to go into the black, sure, whatever have you, but this just seems like a really stupid idea. I don't, you know, see I guess the training concept of this, especially if you're using a loaded firearm, right? Safety is kind of paramount in all regards. And you could tell even the way he walked forward there with that AR is what I will say. What was it at the start there? I don't really like how he did that either, right? The way he just dropped his fucking AR forward and just started like kind of like, what? Yeah, no, you know what I mean? You could kind of tell he's, I don't know. And maybe that's dizziness. Maybe that's just like lack of training. I don't know, right? I don't know how the Mexican, federal Mexican police force does it, you know, but yeah, rough.
Yep, right there. And he's feeling his leg. Like, yeah, brother, you just, that's blood.
Decently.
You just shot yourself. Probably just a grazing hit. He obviously wasn't too freaked out by it, so hopefully he's, you know, he's all right. He is lucky it was just a graze, though. Funny thing about your legs.
Yeah.
There's a lot of meaty shit in there that likes to bleed.
Yeah.
You put a bullet through your femoral artery and you don't put a tourniquet on it immediately, you're unconscious and probably dead before you can say, I thought it was a prop gun.
Literally.
Yeah, lucky for this guy. Was it stupid? Yes. But he just seemed like he got a little graze. He'll be fine. So you got to choose your holsters carefully and remember one of the primary 4 rules of gun safety. Keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to fire. Unless you're intentionally sailing around through that leg to get that sweet Bolivian workers comp.
Whoa.
This one's not great, but the next one is worse.
Man.
So for our next entry, we have another Spanish-speaking country with some sort of tactical training drill.
Okay.
From what it seems like are...
So it seems like the theme of this video is very much going to be like tactical training, like fuck ups. Okay, I'm all for this. Yeah, I'm all for this. You know, because I have obviously experience with what I'm doing. You know, we've never had anything fucking catastrophic like this. Almost a few times, to be fair, almost. But those situations got fucking dealt with accordingly very fucking quickly. Let me tell you, very fucking quickly. Those got dealt with. Okay, like that shit's not on. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, there's no tolerance for stupidity with a firearm. That's kind of how it is, right?
That's how it should be. Tactical training drill from what it seems like are 2 mall cops. Let's see what kind of wonderful tactical training they're about to do. Failure to fire. Okay, nice. Okay, before we even get to this part, what the hell are they trying to train for? Like, I understand practicing bounding movement and things like that and covering your buddies during a reload. Yeah. They're literally just... they're like Army of 2. You know what I mean? Like, for those of you guys that played that game, I played the original Army of 2. That was a sick ass game, by the way. But you know, like the movement where you're like fucking like you're doing like the slow-mo shots with like your friend, your buddy, and you're like aiming over each other and ducking and weaving. So that's like what they're trying to do here, bro. It's goofy as fuck. Like that. I mean, it's not as cool as I think they think it is, you know? Like that and covering your buddies during a reload, but they're literally just
circling,
pirouetting around each other.
What is this, ring around the rosy?
No cover, or using their friend as cover. Not a great idea. Although in this case, there's obviously quite a lot of cover there. Let's see what happens.
Hey now. Oh my fucking god, dude! What are you doing?
Now, why you would ever be engaging targets with your gun?
What the fuck kind of like this? Like, how does this even, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you can, I don't even have anything to say about that. Let's keep watching.
Now, why you would ever be engaging targets with your gun on top of your buddy's head is beyond me. It's almost like this is exactly why you typically don't have people standing in front of your line of fire. Now, luckily, it looks like he just blows his buddy's hat off and maybe gives him a nice little haircut. But this didn't end fatal.
Got a bald spot. Shockingly.
Yeah, if you ever go to a tactical training course and they have you doing a shit like this, do yourself a favor and leave that training class.
Yeah,
and
immediately.
Then charge back that class with your credit card.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get you killed. Ultimately, your part-time mall security job just ain't worth it. But I'll tell you about a security gig that is worth it. Cybersecurity, that is.
Oh.
That's right. I want to quickly thank our sponsor, NordVPN, for helping me not go broke making videos like this that never get monetized. See, videos like this are all about range safety, but how much time do you spend on the range versus how much time do you spend online? For those of you in Europe, Probably 100%. So given that, maybe it's time to take online security a little more seriously. What better way than NordVPN? NordVPN allows you to feel secure in everything you do online without losing connection speed. Password managers, file encryption, shielding your online activities from criminals or other surveillance. Got a TV show that's only available to watch in other countries? Well, guess what? Now you can. You can access the global internet while also securing all of your devices, up to 6 devices on one account. Best of all, during the Cyber Month deal they're offering, if you get the 2-year plan, you get 1 additional month completely free. Be sure to either use the code Herera or click the links down in the description and in the pinned comment. We greatly appreciate Nord supporting the channel. Back to the Darwin Awards.
Again, I know this is definitely this video came out a while. I don't know if his code is still valid, but of course, go check out NordVPN and use code Herera, of course, if you plan on purchasing that service. You can get yourself a discount. You know, I don't know if his code is still active, of course, but sure they got a deal running or something to that degree. Look into it. You know, support Herera when you can, of course, boys.
And comment. We greatly appreciate Nord supporting the channel. Back to the Darwin Awards. All right, let's see what we got for this next video. Ah, a female with a gun. I'm just kidding.
That's fucked up.
It is not the holder of the gun that is the problem. It is the behavior. So let's check this one out.
Okay, first off, she's somewhere Eastern, because like the accent, right? And she's just sounds like she's just dry firing into like the street or something. This looks like a populated area. I don't know what the fuck.
Behavior. So let's check this one out.
Let's see where this goes.
Of course, this is in Russia. I'm assuming Russia. That's definitely some
assuming Russia.
So let's check this out. So she's got what I guess appears to be a Beretta of some sort. I would assume, just by I don't know the look of it and the way she's swinging it around. I don't know. Could be a Makarov variant or something like that too. Berettas are a little bigger. I don't know.
It definitely resembles a Beretta. It doesn't look like a Mac to me. Not any Mac that I've seen, at least.
She's like giant, got big hands. Either way, not relevant. So she tries to fire, and it's a click. It's a hammer-fired gun, so she hears a click. Click, click, click. She thinks it's unloaded or that it's a dud or whatever, so she starts just swinging that bitch around. And then, surprise! It was loaded. Let's see that again with a little bit more volume. Yeah, with this frame right here, we have the literal smoking gun. So, Brandon, what the fuck happened here? If it was loaded, why didn't it go off?
Now, again, I'm not the most knowledgeable about handguns. I'll be the first to admit that, right? Of course. I would assume. Now, again, you always do your safety check. It's not to say fucking this wasn't stupid and completely avoidable, because it was, right? You always, again, basic safety procedure on any gun. It's not hard. It does not fucking change for the firearm. Unload the magazine, pull the fucking action to the rear, inspect. Is there a bullet in there? Yes or no, right? That's all you have to do. With any firearm you pick up, any firearm you manipulate, always pick it up, eject the magazine if it has one. If not, drop the ammo in it if it's a bolt action, has an internal mag, whatever have you. Otherwise, well, and then after that, pull bolt to the rear, inspect. Is there a fucking bullet in it? Not hard at all. But I would have thought, that being said, I would have thought you hear that hammer pull, you hear that click, typically is a sign of the firearm being unloaded. Now, that being said, what I can see right off the bat, obviously, you know, the bolt is closed on this particular handgun, so it's always better to make sure. Now, there was a round in there, but when you hear click, 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 click like that, you would assume that the firearm can't fire. I'm going to hear what he has to say here because I'm genuinely curious. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, with this frame right here, we have the literal smoking gun. So, Brandon, what the fuck happened here? If it was loaded, why didn't it go off?
Yeah.
So let me show you. This right here is a Beretta M92 variant.
Okay.
I did a video on this that nobody watched. This just to show clear. There's no magazine, obviously no round in the chamber. So I can pull the trigger, click, nothing happens. Thing is with this and a lot of other hammer-fired guns, it's double action, which means you could just pull the trigger again, and the hammer will actually recock itself with a heavy trigger pull, and it can fire, or not fire multiple times, but you can pull the trigger multiple times, and the hammer will always reset and re-engage the firing pin. Now, what happened with Tatiana here is she probably had what is called a light strike. This is a 9mm bullet. On the back of it is a center fire cartridge, so it has a primer right there in the middle of the back of the cartridge. What happens is when you pull a trigger on a gun like this, the hammer goes forward, makes contact with the firing pin moves forward to strike that primer.
Right.
Sometimes if you have kind of an old firing pin or a weak hammer or just bad ammo, hard primer, a lot of things that can cause this, you'll get what's called a light strike, where the firing pin makes contact with the primer, but it doesn't set off the round. One of the ways you can handle this, obviously, if it's an ammo problem, is you can just clear the gun, chamber a new round, and try again. But because this is double action, what you can also do is keep pulling the trigger, because that firing pin is going to keep engaging that cartridge.
Right.
Twice, and
that's interesting, right? So yeah, so you can just keep technically just hammering on the same round, and eventually she might go off. Damn, dude. Fair enough. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Trigger, because that firing pin is going to keep engaging that cartridge. You can try that one.
Right.
And in this case, it was just enough.
Yeah.
To set off the round.
Okay. Yeah. No, that adds up. Yeah.
So just because your round doesn't go off doesn't mean it's safe to start swinging around everywhere. Remember, treat every firearm as if it's loaded, especially when you know it is. I can already hear you guys saying,
lucky.
Brandon, nobody's died so far this episode of Darwin Awards. This is bullshit. This is, the Darwin Award. You're supposed to die, right? First of all, you're disappointed you're not watching people fucking die?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
It's a little fucked up.
Yeah,
Why
isn't
would you
it?
come into a video wishing to see somebody die? That's disgusting.
Secondly, like I said before, this is an educational, edutainment kind of video.
Of course.
Showing you scenarios that could win you a Darwin Award. But don't worry, for you sickos out there, I'm pretty sure in these next clips, somebody at some point fucking dies. So here's the setup. You want to be patriotic or really just fuck around in your backyard, so you buy one of those 50 cal signal cannons. I imagine the kind of guys who buy these are the same kind of guys who build those little miniature ships in the bottle.
I haven't seen this before.
It's kind of cool to own a little kind of semi-functional cannon. The only problem with that is it involves you playing with black powder, which can sometimes be a cruel mistress, especially when you leave the cap off by accident. Jeez. Jesus Christ.
So did it ignited the fucking black powder? I'm guessing like a spark or something flew into the open container there or some shit. What the fuck, dude? Oh my god.
So yeah, if you're gonna be setting off black powder, typically not a good idea to have your open container of black powder sitting, I don't know,
a foot behind it
from it.
Yeah.
Bad call. Although I really don't see any of it going in. That's what she said. Like starting this over. Like, yeah, you can see that kind of randomly flare up. I'm sorry. It's still funny to watch.
Yeah, like why?
That's fucking still frame. Oh no. Yeah.
It's fucked up, but like, yeah, why does that happen? I feel bad because that guy definitely got. That guy probably got a little bit fucked up from that, but at least a little bit fucked up from that. But how did that explode? Like, I don't see any fragments. Maybe the heat, you know. I don't know, you know. But it only takes a little bit, man. It's black powder. It's extremely fucking combustible. It's better not to take the risk.
That fucking still frame. Oh no. Yeah, because like there's nothing happens over on the black powder side until
right there
it does. Yeah. That doesn't go over well. The good news is, despite this looking like a fucking hand grenade went off, he's most likely okay.
Yeah.
Black powder's very dangerous.
Maybe a little bit
very
burns.
unstable, but when you just have like a basic open plastic container like that, doesn't really build as much pressure as, say, like in a cannon barrel, something going wrong there. Compared to things like smokeless powder and any actual real explosives, it burns pretty slow, so homeboy probably got the fucking shit scared out of him, and probably some burns and things like that, but he's fine. And this is where I eat my words, and I find out like he fucking died brutally. But speaking of explosions, it's time to talk about RPGs. We've had more than our fair share of RPGs on the Darwin Awards in the past. This first one isn't really a Darwin Award because the guy doing it isn't the one that got affected by it, but it was still great, and I think it deserves an honorable mention. Now this one comes from either Syria or Libya, something like that. I can't specifically.
Oh no, guys. Oh no. Every time we see videos from these parts of the world, it never goes well. It always seems like they have a great time. We've seen an RPG video, I recall, of somebody getting fucking clonked by the backblast of an RPG, and I have to say that was pretty brutal to see. Maybe another case of the backblast being eaten. Let's see what happens.
Now this one comes from either Syria or Libya, something like that. I can't specifically remember where I saw this, but you have some people in the streets who are clearly not very happy, to the tune that they are trying to shoot rockets at someone at a faraway building. The problem is when your target is all the way over there, and between you and your target is the corner of an apartment building, you should probably be pretty careful about where you're throwing that rocket.
Oh!
Oh no. Just gonna go out on a limb and say that hopefully these buildings were evacuated at this point.
I doubt it. If you want me to be real, I doubt it. He just fucking hummed one into that apartment building, dude. What the fuck? What in the collateral? Holy shit. Or it doesn't exist over there, I guess, man.
Just gonna go out on a limb and say that
oh my
hopefully
God.
these buildings were evacuated at this point. Man, the streets are a shit show down there. Good thing I'm safe in my 4th-story apartment.
Yeah.
I love his buddy in the white shirt immediately after.
Bro, what the fuck?
Just like, Habib, what the fuck, bro? Yeah, that's that one's not great. But at least that one was an accident. It wasn't something that somebody was doing on purpose. Like,
okay, let's be real. He was doing it on purpose. He just didn't just fucking target. He's just has shit aim. He totally did that on purpose. He just rolled a nat 1, guy. Like, let's be honest here, okay?
But at least that one was an accident. It wasn't something that somebody was doing on purpose, like this next one. This one comes to you from Lebanon. Apparently there was a big problem with a fuel shortage, and they are celebrating the arrival of gasoline to their town. What better way of celebrating than to fire a fucking RPG?
How fucking patriotic, I have to say. Don't do it.
I'm just gonna talk about how fucking sketch it is. Okay, hold up. There is no way.
He's just
I'm
about
going
to
the fuck.
He's just about to hum fucking rocket into the sky, dude. Is that what's about to happen here in the middle of the fucking street? And also, like, so they just have these, right? And I see Buddy walking up, you know, with the AK behind him. I'm assuming he's gonna eat it here, eat the backblast or some degree here. Like, something's gonna happen crazy here.
Okay, hold up. There is no way. I'm going to the fucking Middle East, and I'm seeing a homeboy with an RPG loaded over his shoulder, signaling me to stop my truck. I'm running that motherfucker over.
This is normal, bro.
He's just like, oh, hold on one second. I'm just gonna fire this in the fucking air, like. Jesus. You know, there's a saying when we talk about firing guns in the air, other than don't.
I will say, props to that man. He just fucking one hand fucking shoots that thing up, man. That's some crazy shit. Pretty ball. I want to see that again. He eats that.
He's just like, oh, hold on one second. I'm just gonna fire this in the fucking air, like. Jesus. You know, there's a saying when we talk about firing guns in the air, other than don't.
Comes up, must come down.
The saying is, what goes up must come down.
Yeah.
That applies to bullets. That's why firing in the air is a terrible idea. It's how a lot of people every year get really hurt. You know what else it applies to? High explosive ordnance. Fucking killer screenshot, by the way. Sure would be a shame if you're celebrating that brand new truck of gas in your town and a random fucking rocket comes down and obliterates the truck. That would be a little awkward, huh?
A little bit. Shit, dude.
Now, RPGs do have a minimum arming distance, but I don't think they have a maximum arming distance, which means that if that comes down nose first, it's still blowing the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like that game they used to play, I guess when the Boy Scouts were fucking suicidal. You just take a bow and arrow and shoot it up in the air, and everybody has to stand in the circle and just kind of wait and play chicken. It's like that. Except again with high explosive ordnance.
Right. Crazy video, man.
So up next we have what I think is the best video of this entire episode.
I like that one a lot.
Another RPG one.
Really?
Who guessed?
Really?
We do, I just want to say if you're enjoying the...
This is a record. 3 RPG videos in a row? Holy shit, we're intrigued today.
Another RPG one. Who'd have guessed? Before we do, I just want to say if you're enjoying the content and you like this kind of style, please consider subscribing. We do some range videos. We also do stuff like gun meme review, curse gun images. So if you're new around here and you're liking this style of content, hit that subscribe button. Shameless plug over, RPGs. All right, so this one is a Middle Eastern wedding convoy. Another fucking wedding, Jesus. It's been like one wedding
with an RPG
for every episode of the Darwin Awards so far.
How could this go wrong?
Got a little wedding convoy. Got people sticking guns or shotguns, boom tubes, whatever, out the windows to celebrate. But do you know what's better?
Wait, so is this actually just a fucking thing they do? Like I, you know, we've all seen the pictures of like humming rounds into the sky, just standing around. Okay, that's one thing. But they're actually just shooting fucking guns out of their cars just into the sky. Like, what is the appeal here?
Better than a shotgun. An RPG.
Was that an RPG? There's no way he just
guns or shotguns, boom tubes, whatever, out the windows to celebrate. But do you know what's better than a shotgun?
So I'm just looking. That's what that is. So he just backblasts that fucking car, dude. Oh my god, that would be brutal. That would be brutal. That tight space, all that condensed hot air. Oh my god. It's no wonder Buddy just fucking bails out of the car. You see him rolling.
An RPG.
Oh my god.
Ugh,
oh my god.
So bad. I'm never getting fucking married. You know what? I actually have a theory. So this has been everywhere on the internet saying that it was an RPG. Somebody shot an RPG
Is it?
out the fucking window, and the backblast is what kills everybody in this fucking car. I'm starting to think that's not what fucking happened. So this is an RPG-7, specifically a Bulgarian Circle 10 RPG-7. The way this works is after loading your rocket, you have a little firing mechanism here, so you pull this hammer back, and then you hold the trigger. Releases the hammer, strikes a firing pin, which ignites the rocket. Now, as you can see in some of the other videos...
What an easy mechanism.
It's not a slow burn. As soon as that trigger's pulled,
it goes.
The rocket is out of there.
Yeah.
There's a primary charge in these RPGs. It doesn't have to build up pressure and then slowly it like rockets out the front. It is launched, and the rocket motor keeps burning after it's launched to keep it moving. All right, I'm done flexing this. I can put this away now. I'm not even fucking kidding you. It's not until I pulled it up on this big computer screen that I figured this out. Like, I'm figuring this out in real time. If you look at this video again...
It doesn't really look like an RPG. That's kind of what I was going to say.
You see there's a buildup.
Yeah, like, I'm even looking... Like, that's kind of what I was thinking. Because he said an RPG, but I was looking at it, and this does not resemble an RPG. It almost looks like... It's hard to say. It almost looks like a fucking firework or something, dude. I don't know, but I just don't know what would cause the car to smoke up like that. Let's see what Herera has to say here.
Like, in this frame here, there's clearly fire going on.
Yeah.
And then fire and smoke.
And then
more smoke, lots of smoke. And then you hear the boom. And then everybody fucking bails and tucks and rolls, and that's not awesome. For them. Like I said, this video is all over the internet, Reddit, Instagram, everything like that, depending on what kind of fucked up people you follow, saying that this was an RPG fired inside of a vehicle. And that's what I thought it was, because backblast is fucking lethal, as we've proved on Darwin Awards before. Backblast being that equal and opposite reaction that pushes the rocket forward that shoots out the rear of the fucking tube. The hot jet of pressurized skullfuck. Not the thing you want enclosed in a four-door sedan. What might have actually happened, at least from my eyes, might be closer to our signal cannon patriotic music guy. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that looks damn near identical.
A little bit.
That flare up, the smoke, you see a bunch of smoke, you see the jet go back down, and then, boom, then you get an explosion. The timelines almost match up perfectly, too. Call me crazy, but what I think actually happened is they had those like black powders, why I said like boomsticks or whatever. They've got like these black powder shotgun looking things that they use in wedding ceremonies and things like that in the Middle East. Basically just a blunderbuss kind of thing that's meant for theatrics. Black powder obviously makes a bunch of like smoke and flame and whatnot, looks the best. What I think is happening is that they're shooting this and loading it or whatever, and loading it in hot bores inside of a vehicle, something like that.
Yeah.
A little piece of ember is all it takes. If you've got open black powder to just light the whole fucking thing up, and I would bet money that's exactly what happened here. Because you can even see it's exactly what's happening. Ooh, okay, I got another detail. Hold on. Is it just me, or did that not look like it went off all the way? Like, it looked like maybe the percussion cap? Okay, so, oh, fuck. Sorry, I'm going like fucking CSI on that, but this is like really cool. So the percussion cap, if you have like an old black powder.
I like how he's got fucking everything, bro. He just pulls it out and he can just show you, dude. I wish, man. It's just not something you can do in Canada.
On that, but this is like really cool. So the percussion cap, if you have like an old black powder gun, is the cap that goes right here on the cylinder that when the hammer is released, it goes forward, smacks that, and it...
And that's a beautiful revolver. Holy shit.
Kind of like the primer on a centerfire cartridge.
What year is that? That's got to be like an 1870, 1880? I don't even know what that would be. It's definitely not like a Colt to some degree. I don't know what model that would be, but that's beautiful. The engraving on that even, holy shit, like that's a fine piece. I don't know what, somebody let me know what that is.
Is a little tiny explosion. It's kind of like the primer on a centerfire cartridge. Back in the day, they didn't have contained cartridges, so they just used actual little percussion.
The engraving on that is beautiful, like straight up. I'm
reloading black
kind of jealous of
that. I would
that.
imagine they're using something similar here. That looks like it might have been just a little percussion cap thing goes off, but not the full recoil, and the smoke doesn't shoot out the front of the barrel until afterward. I could be wrong on that, but it sure looks like that to me. And then he's hanging it back out the front again. Now that looked like it went off. What a crazy video. I did not expect it to go that direction. I thought I was just going to make fun of them for, you know, either A, watching their buddy load a fucking RPG in the backseat of their sedan.
And say nothing.
Get in with their buddy to
with a loaded RPG.
Loaded and ready RPG. You know, not great decision making.
It'd be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Sense. That's what I think happened in this video. Let me know what you thought happened. That just makes the most sense to me. Let me know if you found something I didn't catch, or if I'm totally off base on this, or if you agree with my assessment. But yeah, that's a good reminder that black powder is no joke. Black powder guns might be super cool and way less regulated than actual firearms, but we have to keep in mind they're still very dangerous. I think that is all we've got for you guys this episode of the Darwin Awards, but not to worry. If you haven't seen the other 5 episodes of the Darwin Awards we've done in the past, we've got that in a playlist. I'll go ahead and link that down in the description and in the pinned comment. They are pretty much all age restricted, so I'm sorry about that, but that one's on YouTube. But they're down available to watch if you want to. Other than that, I just appreciate you guys watching to the end of the video, and as always, I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thanks, guys.
Amazing. Some bloopers at the end here, I'm assuming? Yeah, it's gotta be some bloopers. Dude's got bloopers in these videos.
Yes, we crack more than a couple of fucked up jokes, but the purpose of that
come
is
on
to
now,
use
you
them
got
to teach you the proper way to handle firearms and things so that this doesn't fuck. Yeah, we crack more than our fair share of fucked up jokes, but the purpose is to use that to teach you guys where they went wrong safety-wise and how the... Fuck.
What was that?
What the fuck was that noise? And the thing's fucking up again. Fantastic.
Nice. That was great, guys. Not gonna lie, that was the worst internet gun fails. Number 6, the Darwin Awards. Of course, if you guys haven't seen my reactions to the other prior 5 episodes, of course, go check those out. As he said, man, yeah, these were fantastic. And as I say too, man, fuck them if they can't take a joke. I don't know, like, it's all it is, right? Fuck them if they can't take a joke. It's, you know, it's very clearly a joking manner. It's meant to be educational. You can still laugh about something. If you've done anything hard in your life, let me tell you, it makes it a lot better to laugh about it. I think that's just kind of reality for most humans, you know? Yeah, you know, I don't understand why people are so up in arms over shit that's obviously, you know, meant to be funny, you know, and it is funny, so calm the fuck down, you know, that's all it is. But no, thought this was a great video as always. A lot more RPG content in this one, and a lot more, what's the word, like tactical, I guess, like fuck-ups, like gun range fuck-ups, I guess. Tactical, we'll call them fuck-ups, yeah. So that was cool to see as well. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe for more content from me. Of course, leave your recommendations down in the comments below. And of course, big thank you to all of our members, all of our Hastati, our Triarii, our Principe, Dagenhart, of course, our Praefectus, and Hobbit. I appreciate you guys. You guys inspire me to make more content for you guys every single day. With that, guys, this has been Centurion, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.